8 benches line this room, 4 either side, leading towards an altar, upon which rests a stone coffin, and behind it a singular beam of light casts through a small crack in the wall, and on this wall you see an old faded tapestry. So the floor is yours.
Can we make out, like, is it clear at a glance what's on the tapestry, or would we probably have to...
Is the light
Spoken like a true virgin. Right bang in the center of this tapestry is a old Hibernian warrior holding aloft a magical sword. He's wearing simple leathers underneath a dark green half cloak, tied off at the right with a right shoulder, which is this one. No, it's reversed on stream, of course, with an ornate brooch carved with 3 swirling spirals. So he's wearing a brooch of a Triskelion.
Do I recognize that?
You do. You know that is the symbol of the Fianna, the Bahaglen Rangers, of which you travelled with and are currently in cahoots?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like
Cahoots.
friendly cahoots. It's not like sly cahoots. It's just regular cahoots.
Yeah, cahoots isn't generally a good thing, but let's just go with cahoots.
Yeah.
I'm just going to write down Cahoots as a good future character name.
Cahoots isn't an alcohol, so you can't really...
Also a good beer name, though. You know?
Yeah. I'd drink a couple of cans of
Cahoots
Cahoots.
is a beer. I think it's by Roscoe's.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Ah.
All right, guys. They haven't
corrected.
sponsored us, so that's just...
None of these things have.
So the tapestry shows the magic sword in the tomb?
No, just that the tapestry is of this warrior holding the magic sword.
Okay.
Long brown hair, tightly cropped beard,
Tightly
specks of ginger, maybe that's sun damage, you can't really tell. And from kind of left to right, you're seeing sort of the milestones and major events of this Hibernian warrior.
Ooh, cool.
What do we see?
Oh, okay.
Do we recognize the individual? Is he familiar? In
Can
any
I
way?
have a go? Because I've been...
Yeah, you would have to make a history
Oh my God,
check.
what if it's Huck?
You can both make one if you want.
And 15.
15 is enough to twig that the sword this warrior is holding seems to be what you would count as Lugh. It was an old, like older than the Fianna warrior.
L-U fada?
L-U-G-H.
L-U-G-H, yeah.
But of which the county of Louth and Lunasa are named after. So you cop that this is Lugh's sword, but the person in the picture isn't Lugh. And in fact, the person in the picture is... Give me a beer name.
Lobo.
Lobo. The mighty warrior. Lobo.
Lobo works.
Lobo and Lou.
Lobo's so close to Lou.
So this is Lobo. He was one of the first of the Fianna. And as you kind of begin describing... as you begin describing kind of each of the scenes you can make out... excuse me. So you start describing this sword, which the name of it with a 15 is still sort of just the tip of your tongue. But you see that he's also holding on his other arm a gleaming shield, which casts out this radiant light.
Ooh.
Circular shield shaped.
Circular shield, yeah.
Circular.
Yeah. You see in the beginning the warrior born of summer storms. And further along you see him conquer the ocean in a small boat, propelled by horses made from the waves themselves. And that's how you're kind of picking these Lugh moments up, until the sword gets passed over to the one in the center. So they were Lugh's sort of beginnings, but now onto Lobo. From here, and in each victory, you see the warrior wield this sword. You see the blade tip held to the throat of a fierce-looking woman with elven ears protruding from her curling locks of bright auburn hair. You see the warrior driving the blade down into the neck of a large horned beast. You see him using this gleaming shield as a light guiding ships safely into a bay, and you see a dark four-legged shadow start to stalk him in these later vignettes until he faces it down, holding back black tentacles of dark energy with his shield and sword in hand. And finally, older, you see him peacefully laid to rest in front of a weeping woman holding a young suckling babe.
That's cool.
The final shred of this tapestry kind of sways lightly, just against a small breeze. And you would know from your perception, that's a little bit strange.
Ah.